There was this white girl or Ukrainian, would look white, that was stabbed, according to the report, and allegedly, after, even though I'm looking at it on the news there, allegedly stabbed in the neck by what appears to be a black guy. And it happened, I guess it happened a couple weeks ago. And the media did not report on it at all that I've seen or heard, because it was a black guy that was accused of doing it. It was a white girl that allegedly it happened to, and they don't care about white people. They want these things to happen to white people. That's why they are always accusing white people of someone else's problems. And now a whole bunch of people on drugs and angry and mentally unstable due to the anger and the drugs. The first time they see a white person, they want to attack them. And some do it without the drug. They're just angry. They hate white people. And there's been nothing being said about it. This report this been a black girl that was stabbed by a white guy. It would have been, that's all we ever be talking about forever. But because it happened allegedly to a white girl, a Ukrainian refugees, no big deal. News Nation reported a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee was riding and I thought it was in New York or Chicago or somewhere when I first saw it, or California. But according to this story, it happened in North Carolina. How stuff like this happened in North Carolina? But anyway, this 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee was riding a Charlotte, North Carolina train on her way home from work when a man identified as DeCarlo Brown Jr. allegedly stabbed her in the neck. Police said the man is homeless and has a lengthy criminal record. Watch this from WBTV.
It's 9:46 p.m. You'll notice right away, this looks like any other ride aboard the light rail. People are doing what they do these days, keeping to themselves, scrolling on their phones as they ride along. The man accused in the killing, DeCarlos Brown, is in the red hoodies on the right side of your screen. He appears to be maybe a little emotional, perhaps a little agitated, but nothing disruptive. There's nothing that gets anyone's attention. About 30 seconds later, Irina Zarutska boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in front of Brown. She has earbuds in and is looking at her phone. She too's just minding her own business. They ride along for around 4 minutes with nothing unusual happening. Then around 9:50 p.m., Brown reaches into a pocket. We've zoomed in on it here. He pulls out a pocket knife. No one notices a thing. Seconds later, he would stand up, and from behind, unprovoked, as we stop the video, he would stab the young woman several times. She had no chance to defend herself.
Isn't that amazing? You ever heard about this story until now? You started hearing it this week. But I don't know of any conservative or liberal media that's been reporting on this. And this has just happened today. I think they said it happened a couple weeks ago. It's a white girl. It's not, they got no interior there. And then it looked like it was a black guy that stabbed her. Amazing, huh? You ever heard, I saw Fox News this morning playing it, but I've not heard before this morning. I hadn't seen it on any media at all. Maybe it was there, I just didn't see it. That doesn't mean it wasn't there because I didn't see it, but I haven't heard anything about the story until it came out on social media. When it came out on social media, then people pretend to care. White people, you are hated. You are under genocide. And I've been warning you for years that it was coming. I'm like, no, tell the people, no, you're not their problem. Speak up. And you didn't. And this is only going to get worse. My producer sent me that he heard about it last week. Footage came out this week. Amazing, huh? Watch how the man, after the stabbing, the man just exits the train. Watch this. And this guy's they say he has a criminal record. Why is he out of jail? He's black. No other reason. And now you don't put black people in jail. That's racist. Watch this guy walking out of the train after the stabbing, according to WBTV.
The attack was over in seconds, and when it was over, Brown walked through the train attempting to get off. Few passengers, if any, at first realized what had happened, until they noticed drops of blood on the floor. 90 seconds after the attack, a bystander rushes down to begin lending aid to Zarutska. She would die from her injuries. 30 seconds later, 9:52 p.m., 6 minutes into the video, Brown leaves the light rail. From what we've been told, Brown never should have been on the train. Authorities tell WBTV he did not buy a ticket.
Oh, just another day at work. It's going to get worse. Human nature is evil. It's evil. Human beings are evil and cannot be trusted. Revengeful, jealous. That's why you need a new nature. Must be born again. A new nature. Human nature is wicked. There's nothing good in human beings, period. In human nature. You need a brand new nature. Just imagine this man was in prison, and if he had committed all the crime that they say he's done, this woman would be alive today. And all she's doing, according to the story, going about her day, working at some coffee shop or something, they said, I think. And she came here from Ukraine, getting away from mess, and ran right into it. My country is now a third world country. And white people, you, in their minds, are the enemies in your own country. I can't blame them. I blame you. You let them in. And you voted for the people that let them in. You voted and supported defunding police. What kind of sense that make? What type of sense does that make? You voted to take away bail bond and let the inmates out of prison because they were black. Because somebody said, oh, that's racist to put black in jail, in prisons. Now, you can't even relax around blacks. You can't go to an event. You can't even go to Disneyland or on a cruise with the blacks. There's going to be a fight or shooting, and it doesn't matter if it's black male or female. It's going to be a brawl. Is this a white man or a black man or a Mexican? This is from Slate. Well, I mean, I'm sure when I say the name, you're probably going to know if you heard of this man before. I not heard of him until today. Some guy by the name of Druski, whose real name is Drew Dashboard, and who has 10.6 million followers on Instagram, has gone viral for his cheeky skirting of racial and cultural lines. Watch this from X.
Here's the love, here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her. Yeah! Yeah! Born in the USA! Woo! Born in the USA! Girl, you crazy now.
He spit when that black man walked by. That black man like, what the? Nick, black, white, or Mexican?
I know who that is.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Hey, black, white, or Mexican?
That looks white to me.
What?
That looks white to me. It totally looks like a white person.
Except for what I'm looking at. Yeah.
It totally looks white.
How did he make himself look all white? He looked like a country southern white man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ain't nothing about that says black. I know you guys were saying earlier where the nose look black. No, the nose look white country.
Yeah.
But it's a black man, huh?
It is.
And so this guy is doing this at the...
It's like for the audio podcast listeners, he's like an overweight looking, young looking, fake beard, fake hair looking sort of. Actually, that's the fakest part about him.
I think Jelly Roll meets Travis Kelce's brother.
He have on a fake white suit, skin suit.
Yeah, it
It's
totally
a
looks
rubber
real.
suit.
It was some special makeup artist who made it. So it looks like he has a tank top sunburn, and he has no shirt on, but he has overalls with only one thing lashed, and tattoos and
Shoulder strap. He is a depiction of white Southern man, and at a NASCAR race.
yeah. So he totally dressed up like a pretty convincing
It totally looked like a white
Country
man.
white man.
If I'd been walking past him and he spat like that, I would have thought it was a white man.
He spit or spat right in front of a black man as he was walking. Like he was right in front of him, and he spit right in front of him.
Well, it's a black man. According to this report, he's black. And here's a few of the reactions from the users on X.
People are saying, well, this first guy says, Joe, it reads, so after this stunt, blackface is okay now? And Haroon here says he needs to be canceled for this. This is absolutely awful.
He got a little vulgar there, but other than that, it was funny. It was amusing.
That was funny when he spat in front of that black guy.
That was really funny.
Maybe that he thought to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta take a break, but it's a black man in a NASCAR race. And white people, y'all can do that with the blacks. Do it. Don't be afraid. What? Quit. What?
Just don't relax.
Yeah, don't
and
relax.
keep your distance.
Especially nowadays. So don't do it. I forgot about all that. Don't do it. Don't take my advice on that one. There's this lady named Karen. Is her name Karen?
It's just slur.
What?
It's not. Her name is not Karen,
What do
but
you
people
mean?
call her a Karen.
How could a
because
name
Karen is-
Karen be a slur?
Because you call somebody, black people and trend followers, to use the biblical question reference, white people and others use the term Karen to deride white women.
So Karen is not a real name?
It's not her real name.
Are there people named Karen for real?
There are,
Oh.
and it's unfortunate.
It would be like someone named Nigarara.
Yeah, imagine if James became a word of derision, and then my name is James.
But anyway, so it's not named Karen, but that's what they call that guy. This is from People. Have y'all seen this? People is reporting that after several Philly fans attempted to grab the home run ball, one fan secured it before walking back to his spot, several seats over to give it to a young boy. So this guy caught this ball at the game, it sounded like, and then he took it over to give it to a boy. As the fan was walking back, a female fan followed him back to his seat, grabbed his arms, and appeared to berate him. Watching from NBC Sports.
Harrison Bader in the fourth inning. I want you to check out where this ball lands, Ben Davis. Left field, and some Phillies fans are going to grapple for the ball. Guy in the red T-shirt right there comes up with it, walks down the aisle, and hands it to his son. And gets it as that woman in the white hair there is left with nothing. And she says, "Excuse me, that should be my baseball." And the guy's like, "Are you kidding me? No, it's my son's baseball." And the other woman there says, "Yeah, it's not yours." But the guy, I don't think I would have done this to my child.
No.
He takes it and says, "Here, do you want it? It's all yours, Karen." And she walks down the aisle, and yes, that's mine. Gives it to her husband.
Good for you.
Good for you. But guess what? He gets a gift bag. But wait, there's more. If you order right now, we'll give you Dave Dombrowski and Harrison Bader signing a bat for your son underneath the stadium.
What do you think about that, Hey?
I stand with that Phillies Karen gal because it looked like he might have grabbed it right out of her hand. We need a close-up on that interaction. I didn't realize that she felt that she had it.
I didn't even see a grab was going on. I just saw a bunch of people. I don't know who got it first.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
Yeah.
That's why I stand with her. At least I don't stand against her. Put it that way.
What do you think?
Not fully.
Hey, come baby.
She does have short hair, though.
Yeah, no. I was wondering too about the dog pile, but it could have
The
gone
dog
either way.
pile. What?
But I said it could have gone either way. I don't know.
I couldn't
I was
tell.
wondering about the dog pile too. I
But
thought
that's
ended
how
up
it
turning
works,
out-
though. The man is supposed to get the ball because he's more capable. Sorry, Nick.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm
He's
just thinking
more
about what you said. Are you going against what you said earlier?
Yeah, a little bit. Because really,
You
I was never for her until
Right.
I saw the video. I'm like, oh, she kind of might have had it.
But let's say he took it out of her hand.
Yeah.
Are you sticking with that?
Yeah, because he was stronger.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
know,
like
I
you
was-
playing first.
I can't really come here because I can't
jump
tell
ball.
who took it.
Yeah.
I was thinking though, I did notice that it ended up being better in the sense that he got like some bat signed and everything. So it
Yeah.
ended up being like super, super awesome. But
He's
I was
like,
thinking,
"Fine."
hold up. I felt a little mama though, because you saw the woman came with this bag of gifts.
Right.
So everybody saw this and felt bad for the kid. I mean, it ended up being awesome for him. I'm just wondering spiritually, what did this cost?
Yeah. It was totally rewarding
Yeah.
sort of weakness. Feel good.
Interesting. I don't know, folks, because I can tell who got the ball first. Brendan is out of Canada. Brendan, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Brendan.
How you doing?
All is well. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. So I got a question. I'm wondering if I should keep seeing this girl that I'm seeing right now, or if I should just move on with my life and keep working on myself. So I've been seeing this girl for about 8 months. And before seeing her, I was already working on myself. And for about 3-4 years, I forgave my parents and I stopped having sex too. And also watching the bad stuff on the internet. I had stopped all that. And I could see the change in myself and how I, like the way I was around girls, I was able to speak up because I was able to speak up to my mother too, tell her the truth, and because of that, like the way I saw women change in general. But then I met this girl like about 8 months ago, and in the beginning it was fine. Well, I thought it was fine, but after 3 months, we kissed for the first time, and then I made the mistake to let her sleep at my house, and by doing that, unfortunately, it led to sex, which was very unfortunate because after that, I started like having conflicts on that relationship because I didn't know it was still in me, and it made me realize that I don't blame her because I got to take responsibility for my actions, and I know that if something led me to do that, it's because it was in me. But since then, the moment we had sex, I noticed in me that I started to get attracted to her, but in the wrong way. And it was really messing with my mind at the time because I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help but being attracted to her in the wrong way. And I didn't like it at all. So what I ended up doing is like being on and off about the relationship. Like I was on and I was off, on and off. And I will leave and come back. And I did that for like 2 or 3 months. Sometimes I would leave for like 3 weeks. And then I would give in to the thoughts. Or she would call me. And the moment she called me, I was like, hey, how you doing? And we start talking. And I'll go with the thoughts, like with the idea that, okay, now I'm going to really I'm not going to have sex with her. I really want to do it the right way. And somewhere or another, we would end up in the same situation again. But a week ago, like I told her the truth, like, hey, listen, I noticed that the only time I really want to see you is when like I want to have sex, and I don't want it to be that way. We shouldn't be doing that. It's not working. And I told her also that, because like she's going to school too, because she has to work like for a visa thing because she's from South America. And so she had things going on her side, and me too. I work like 3 jobs, and I've been noticing that I'm more tired too because I'm always thinking about that, and I have a business and I have two jobs too. Like I work a lot, and it's been stressing me out a little, But now it's allowing me to see that it's in me, I know it's not her. Like I ended up in that situation, but now I'm wondering since I've been doing that like last week, I could feel like a peace, and now I'm starting more to. And I think the thing that really helped me is that during all that time, I never stopped doing the silent prayer. But just sometimes it was so hard because, like, the moment I had sex with her, like, it's like some emotions came back in me, and I started like feeling like, oh, maybe, it's like I was doubting the truth
Yeah.
to be with her, and I didn't like it at all. And I was like double-minded a lot, and I would say one thing and do another. And, it's like, it's been going like this for like a couple of months now, but I know it's not right. And I really want to do it right because I see like, the way I grew up without my dad, and my sisters are in the same situation. My mother is, my brother too, and the family around me. And I see it's not working, like not getting married, not doing it the right way, and having sex out of wedlock. I see it's not working, and I really don't want to end up in the same situation.
And what did she say when you told her you need to stop doing that?
She agreed, but she said that because in the beginning, before I had sex with her, she would always like ask me questions, and I was able to answer her. Like she didn't know her father really well, and she told me like her mother told her that her father was no good. The same story. And I told her that she should speak to her father, and that her mother is probably lying to her, and that her mother is not good, is evil. And she listened to me. She went to talk to her father, and she reconnected with him. She said, "Oh," and her father told her the real story about what happened. And she's like, "Man, he told me the real story, and it's nothing like my mom told me.
Yeah.
My mom lied to me." And I told her, like, "Yeah, that's why you should forgive your mom, And she forgave her mom, she forgave her father, and she reconnected with her father. I feel like she's been more like at peace with that. And sometimes, like, Brendan, I'm shy. I don't want to be shy. And I was able to guide her in the right way in the beginning, but the moment we had sex,
Yeah.
I was different. Around her, and I didn't like it.
So what will happen and if she's working on herself, as you said, and then you're working on yourself? What would happen if you dated her, but don't be at her house or she at your house, so that you don't be tempted to give into that?
Well, then we're in my car.
Are you doing it in the car too?
Well, if it's nighttime, if it's nighttime, we'll chill in the car, and she's gonna start kissing me, and then but I told her last week. I told her like I haven't seen her since then, but I told her like, hey, listen, like we cannot do it this way, and she told me like, yeah, but it's hard. Like because she asked me like, how is it that easy for you to to stop and like move away? And I told her because I want to put God first.
Yeah.
I want to put God first, the right thing. And I asked her, what is easier for you, to do the right thing or to be with me? And she said it's easier to be with you. And I said that's the problem. You should put God first too.
Well, what happened if you were to just see her in the daytime in a public place?
I think it could work. But the thing is, she's also like, like she's going to school with the visa thing, and she's like, she's going to start school in January, and she's going to go to school for like a year and a half. And then...
So do you want to let her go?
A part of me wants to, but like...
Is it best for you that you let her go?
Yes, I think so.
Then let her go.
Even though I want to be with her.
But you can't go. You definitely shouldn't follow what the lower nature is telling you. You should go with the higher nature, which is of God. And just let her know, you know what, I have to let you go because I can't. I don't want to go back into the hell. And if she's working on herself, she'll understand that. And if she doesn't understand that, that's not your issue, that's hers.
Yeah, last week, I think she understood that when I told her, and I told her one more thing last week. I said, look, like, you got to go to school and everything, because the other thing, like, the other option would be, like, to marry her, then she could get her papers and everything, but I don't want to get into that, really.
That's a raw reason to marry her.
Exactly. I don't want to marry her for that reason.
Right.
But I don't, so I told her, like, look, you're not in the place to date right now. I'm not too. And I told her, I think we should like take time for yourself, concentrate on yourself. And I told her like I need to concentrate on myself too and get back to working on myself. So I
why
don't think we're going to be.
You're clear like that, so why don't you just drop it and go on with your life, working on you?
But I'm wondering
you seem to know the right thing to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do it and don't follow what the thoughts are telling you? Don't give authority to the thoughts.
That's what I've been trying to do this past week. Sometimes, because I can see like I feel more peaceful now, and it's like I can be one with the Father again, and without like being double-minded about it. And
So
the moment
the decision has been made for you. Then you see the right thing to do. Why don't you just stay with that and move on with your life? Why are you double-minded if you see that now that you're not seeing this girl, you're starting to wake up again, come back to the light, and there's no more decision to make. It's being made for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So why don't you just see what to do? It's not like you are, and just move forward. Don't let the darkness, the thoughts get involved and say, well, how about this though, and what about that? Don't pay attention. Just do what's in front of you.
And just trust God, and what happens, happens.
Just do what's in front of you. And if you're just doing what in front of you to do, you're trusting God. And you're not doing it to see what happens. You're doing it because you see what's in front of you to do. And don't be double-minded. Don't do a what if, all right? And so you're very clear in that now that you're not with her, you're coming back to awareness. You're coming back to the presence of God. And right now, because you've gotten involved in the wrong way with her, you have no control over that. So it's best to stay away. It's clear.
And next time because she might call me again, because I told her, like, take time for you and I'll take time on my side. And if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. That's what I told her. But next time she call me, because she might call me, then I'll see what to do there.
Don't do an if. Have a wait and see. You'll see what to do.
Okay, I'll have a wait and see. I agree with that.
All right. I wish you well, Brandon.
Oh, and Jesse, by the way, I made myself a gift. My birthday is in October, and my gift I'm doing to myself is a ticket to California, Los Angeles, to be with you guys at the church.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't wait. It's it's in a month. I'll be there on a Sunday. Well, I'll arrive Saturday. I'll be there on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday. And if you guys need a hand for anything at the studio, really anything, even cleaning, you've been a big help to me, Jesse. I'll be glad to help while I'm there. Anything I can do to help you and your team. You have my time for the 4 days if you want.
I appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you. I look forward
to
meeting you. Right on. But just
me too, Jesse.
Just practice staying present, all right?
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, buddy. Oh, amazing. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Let me go to Maria out of New York. Maria, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, I just wanted to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
And get your opinion real quick, if you have one on it. I know you're pro-life, so am I. Plan B, the morning after pill. Do you have an opinion on it?
I wouldn't I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving medical advice, but I wouldn't recommend you take it because these pills tend to destroy the body in one form or another.
Right. Okay.
I mean, do what you want, but I would not recommend it. Again, I'm not a doctor, but just think about this. You lay down and you make a baby, whether intentionally or not, and then you get up the next day and take a pill, and don't tell them what that is doing to your body and the baby.
Well, the baby, it prevents pregnancy, the B. It prevents it by not dropping the egg.
It got to kill the seed or something.
It just doesn't drop the egg, so the seeds can't get in it. That's all it does. That's why I'm pro-life, but I just couldn't. Yeah. So I'm all like up in the air today because me and him, he wasn't living in the home, and now he's back in the home. He was paying the bills, and I think but everything's been. I've been working. My husband, he has 3 kids, and we were working. Not working anything out. I'm actually working on me, and things have been better. It's just now this happens, and I'm a little like.
Are you pregnant again?
Well, it's the morning. It's the morning after. That's what I was talking about, the morning after pill.
Oh, so you're concerned about, you're wondering if you should take the pill or not?
Yeah, I have 3 children already, and I'm already getting my late 30s now, and
But aren't you married?
I'm married, Jesse, but...
But why is there an issue then? That's why you got married, to have as many babies as possible.
Well, we have 3 children.
That's not enough.
They're white babies. You said we need more white babies,
We need
right?
more white babies. What the?
Half Italian. I don't know if that's white. Everybody says Italian has some black, I guess. I don't know.
But Hate told me Italians are white.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Okay,
But
well, I don't know.
I wouldn't recommend the pill, and I would not recommend. It's up to you.
I just know the hell I went through a lot. But again, I wasn't saying, and the hell comes in a lot of different ways. And when you have babies and the hormones and all the other stuff, sometimes it's bad. I don't know.
Sarah,
when you're
Sarah was 99, and Abraham was 100. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
What did your husband say when you asked him about the pill?
I did. I called him up to see what he wanted me to do because at first last night he was like, "Oh, it's fine. We can have more kids." All of a sudden, meanwhile, I don't know. And now today I called him up. I was at work and he said, "I said you have to tell me." That's what I said because I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He says, "Yeah." He said, "Take the pill."
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
So what you want to do?
I'm supposed to obey him, right? Oh.
You don't believe God would take care of you if you put him first and do what needs to be done?
Right, like if I might not even get pregnant,
Right.
from this. Yeah.
You worried about being pregnant. You don't even know if you're pregnant or not.
Right.
And suppose you take a pill for no reason.
Yeah, it's possible. But,
So here's what I recommend.
The consequences. Yeah.
Do the silent prayer so you don't be in your head and double-minded. And always have a wait-and-see attitude about all things. And the Father would take care of you.
Yeah, just be still, right?
Yeah, but you in your head is confusing you.
Yeah, well, I'm not that bad. I would have been worse. I'm just seeing it. I feel all like I hear the thoughts coming in and they're going cuckoo.
Yeah, don't pay any attention to them. They're lying.
Yeah.
Whatever the thoughts telling you about it, don't do it.
It's confusing me though. So I have to just I'll see. I'll rely on God, but I'll see.
All right. Let me know how it goes.
All right, Jesse. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye now. So I've been telling you, before I go back to the phones here in a minute, I've been telling you that there's a genocide upon white people in America today, and it's being overlooked. I suggest y'all call your representative, somebody, to say, hey, you got to stop this now. Bring back the police. Bring back bail bonds. Don't let these people out of prison. You got to do it now before this thing gets too far out of hand. And we showed you this yesterday, and I'm telling you, you don't understand how wicked anger is. Really. There is no love. Anyone that has anger, a little bit of anger, a little tiny bit of anger is evil. Anger is the spirits. They are spirits of evil, and they're very emotional. And an emotional person is an insane person, a nutcase, and they don't tell them what they would do to you. And black people have been taught for 70 years now, give or take, to hate white people, to take all their all their issues out on white people, even though white people have nothing to do with it. But that's what anger does. It deceives you. And so because black people have been taught, and not all blacks are doing this, right? But most, not all, but most. They and then they, on top of that, they're given medication for the anger by calling it something else, depression, whatever they, what are they, all these names they get it? People now, ADD.
Bipolar disorder.
Yeah, bipolar, HDD, Asperger.
Borderline personality disorder.
They'll call the evil spirits something other dressed up name, and they give you pills for it or tell you to smoke pot or do something, and then you go out and do something crazy because you're really losing it. And black people have been told that they hate white people, that white people are their problem. And when they're high and dumbed down with anger, they see a white person, that's all they're going to see. Last night, I saw a commercial for antidepressant for when your regular antidepressant isn't working. Schizophrenia. That's what Nick telling me. What a mess. You can't solve spiritual issue with anything. Nobody or anything. And every angry person, mind is wicked. Your mind is evil. And they call it schizophrenic. That just means you're an evil person. But they dress it up so they can make money off of it. They coming up with all kind of, like, racism is a made-up word so that they can make money and perceive power off it. That word doesn't even exist, like all these other words that are being made up. Why don't you try love and see what happens? Try loving your God with all your heart, soul, and might, along with nothing else, just to see what happens. You're going to get something better than what you have now. And white people, you are going through a genocide and don't even know it. Your eyes are not open, so you can't see. And somebody asked me yesterday, I don't know if they asked me this on the show, what's wrong with the white people that they don't speak up? They have fear. They have anger. They hate their mothers too, but they hate the blacks for blaming them for all their problems for so many years. And they can't speak up. And they're afraid of words. The evil people use words to control you. Words don't set you free. We have to overcome words, and you will. You will speak and live life without words. Now, you got to have words to communicate, but you will have a different relationship with the words when you speak them consciously, when you're aware of what you're saying. But it's evil, folks. And God said, trust nobody, especially an angry person, a person with anger. And white people, you are under genocide. And white women, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because you're even the weaker vessel, my heart goes out to you. Because your man can't protect you. He's afraid. He doesn't want to be called racist. A white woman was attacked by a black man. We played in the first hour, white women attacked by a black man or a white woman. Here's another story from ABC 7 Chicago. A Lakeville, Illinois woman was punched and knocked out in the loop. Record shows suspect William Livingston was previously accused of hitting others. Watch this from ABC 7 Chicago.
Kathleen Miles only works downtown 1 day a week. Today, she's still suffering the consequences of that random attack. But it is what she found out about the person who prosecutors say did it that has led her to speak out.
He hit me with such force.
Sitting at home in Lakeville today, Kathy Miles admits the last thing she remembers before her attack on August the 19th is walking past Block 37 in the Loop on the way to the Union Station.
I woke up and my coworker was standing above me saying, "You're okay, we're in the hospital, you've been assaulted."
She then passed out again.
The next thing I remember is my daughter Deanna saying, "Hi Mama, I'm here, you're okay."
And while she doesn't remember what happened, a colleague who was walking with her at the time told her this.
She had said this man came in between the two of us, shoved us apart, and then hit me in the face.
That punch left Miles with several broken bones in her face, as well as a concussion. According to police, she was assaulted by 32-year-old William Livingston. A record search produced 13 mugshots of Livingston going back to 2012. A large number of those arrests for aggravated assault and battery of both women and police officers.
It's happening every day now. It's the same identical thing that's happening in Europe to white women. Remember the attack in Ohio? They attacked the white man there and then knocked the white woman out, according to reports. You're under genocide right now. And if you don't get the laws or somebody to stop it, it's going to get worse. You can pretend you don't see it if you want. Evil don't play, and human beings are evil. And the blacks have been told for 70 years, also, give or take, that the white man is your problem. According to the records, Livingston has a lengthy history of random acts of violence against women. Why is this?
Something Miles found out after the fact.
Like, what is enough? You know, what does someone have to do where he's going to be, they're going to be held accountable?
According to online records, Livingston's history of random acts of violence against women goes back 8 years. In 2017, he was accused of randomly attacking 2 women months apart. Both cases were dropped. In 2022, Livingston was sentenced to 5 years in prison after prosecutors said he punched and attempted to rob 4 women within 20 minutes in the Loop. And yet, just 14 months later, in 2023, while on parole, Livingston was arrested for hitting a woman in the face on North Michigan Avenue. And in 2024, he was sentenced to 100 days in prison after punching a 15-year-old girl, also on North Michigan Avenue.
I'm not going to let someone speak for me. I need to speak for myself. I need to say something. If I say nothing and he does this to another person, I'm going to feel bad.
Livingston's next court date is set for September the 15th at the Skokie Courthouse. Kathy tells us she will be there.
Amazing, huh? As long as you have the female judges, especially black ones, and male black ones too, and these no-bail bonds, and then they're afraid to say black for fear of being called racist, it's gonna get worse. It can't get better because everyone is afraid of evil. When you're afraid of evil inside of you, you're afraid of evil inside of others. You must be born again. You got to drop the anger by forgiving. I bet you follow Livingston home somewhere, find his mother. You'll see where his anger started. Amazing, huh? One other quick story about a white woman being stabbed by a black man in Alabama. Imagine that. Sweet home Alabama. This don't happen in Alabama. This is happening every day. I'm telling you, this is evil. This is not good. And y'all can be afraid if you want of name calling. Name calling, just a name calling thing. And it control you if you let it. And that's why they come up now with the worst names they can call you in order to get a reaction, because they need a reaction from you. Human beings don't have love. A white female professor was stabbed by a black male in Alabama. Who would have thought? Sweet home. This doesn't happen in Alabama. WBRC. Harold Rashad Dabney III. That's a lot of names. Harold Richard Dabney III faced capital murder charges after the body of Dr. Julie Gard, G-A-R-D, Gard Chanelli, was found in a park in Auburn, Alabama. This is insane. And it got to get worse. Watch this from CBS News.
Alabama police arrested Harold Rashad Dabney III over the weekend. Police say that they got a call on Saturday of a deceased person in a wooded section of park near the college campus. Authorities believe Dr. Julie Garshunali was attacked possibly with a knife.
Prosecutors are actually now seeking the death penalty in this case. The suspect accused in this homicide is 28-year-old Harold Rashad Dabney of Montgomery, Alabama. He's not been granted bond for those 2 capital murder charges that he's facing. Police say that Dabney ambushed the retired Auburn University professor, 59-year-old Julie Garshunali, and while she was walking her dog at a dog park. Now, police say Dabney dragged her into nearby woods at the park and stabbed her several times with a bladed object. Investigators say he then stole her red pickup truck, an F-150, to flee the scene. And the truck was found later abandoned just a few miles away from there. And that's actually how he was apprehended. Police got a call about a suspicious person in that area nearby where he dumped the truck, allegedly. Now, it's unclear at this time if those 2 people knew each other, if Dabney knew Schnueli.
How many of these stories do you need to hear about before you say no more? Before you insist that they bring back police and bring back bail bond and forget about the color of the person and treat everybody the same? How much do you need? What do you need to see? And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because you've already said anger is fine. Everybody have a little anger. Anger is, you need anger to act. You've been lied to about that. And you're not telling these folks you got to drop your anger. You got to forgive your mothers. They got to forgive their mothers and so on and so on. Excuse me. And your fathers for not protecting you from mama. Instead, you're blaming your issues on somebody else. And black people have been told for 70 years now that you're not the problem. It's racism. It's that old bad white man, a white woman. And they're hyped up with this medication and stuff, and they're delusional in the mind because of anger. What do you think going to happen? And they know white people are not going to do anything, and they know that the media is going to cover it up when blacks are doing it to whites. But if white people did it to blacks, it would be a different story. Don't go out and do that, white people. That's what they want you to do. There's a right way to fight, and this is not it. But it's a genocide. You change the heart of the man or the woman, you can change the world. And then if you change your heart from evil to good, your world will change automatically within you. You got to overcome the world where you overcome thoughts and emotions. And nobody, as an adult, you're responsible. And black people, white people are not your enemy. Satan is your enemy in your imagination, and you got to forgive your mothers. Black mama ain't queen. And if she is queen, she's queen of Satan. You got to forgive them. They couldn't help it. You become like what you hate. And you can kill all the white people in the world, or you're still going to be miserable. You must forgive. All people do. And life, salvation, is about a return to the Father. And trying to hurt other people is not going to help you at all. It's just a false, temporary thrill. Spiritual battle. I want to go to San Diego, California, talk to Bella. Bella, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
A little louder,
well?
Bella?
Can you hear me well?
I hear you now.
Okay. Just a little crunchy on your side. So my whole thing was, I feel like you always fearmonger. Why?
You said fearmonger? Mongering?
You know what I'm saying? You fearmonger.
What does that mean?
You just push fear like, oh man, you're gonna die. White, you're gonna die. You gotta get out of here. Like,
what am I saying that's not happening?
Okay, turn around. Like, you live in LA. I live in San Diego. Whites are not dying at the rate that you're saying. Like,
tell me something that I've said that's not happening.
Oh, have you seen someone raped in front of you?
Tell me something that I've said.
They're being raped, and they're just...
Bella, tell me something that I've said that's not happening.
That's what I just said. I'm not sure if you can hear me well.
I hear you.
Yeah. So,
tell me something
I don't
I've
understand
said
also
that not happening.
what's not happening is, whites are not like, I take my son to school, right? I live in San Diego.
Are you black?
You live in LA. I am black.
And tell me something
also,
that I've said that's not happening.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm trying to answer the question.
Tell me.
So, yep. So what I'm saying is, like, I take my son to school. White people are not getting raped. They're not getting trampled on. They're not getting their stuff stolen right, like, out in the open. Like, you make it so it's a fear-mongering propaganda.
You're not
it's
telling
almost
me
like you want white
anything
people
that
to be
I've
scared.
said that's not happening.
I just said it. I'm not sure if you heard me. What didn't you hear?
You're not telling me anything. You said I'm fear mongering. I don't know what that means, but you said that's what I'm doing. But
yeah.
tell me something
I can
that I've
explain it.
said that's not happening to the whites.
Right. So what I was saying is they're not getting, people are getting, the white people are getting, raped, murdered. Like, people have to go to school. People go to the bonds. We live in California. Like, it's not happening like that. I feel like there's
the white girl, Ukrainian girl, she wasn't white being killed allegedly by a black.
Oh, the one? It was the one, right?
Was she white?
Yeah, you can say she was white.
You don't want to say
but
she
it
was
was
white?
the one,
was she
right?
white or not?
Yeah, it was the
it
one.
wasn't done by a black. Was it done by a black or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it was done by a black.
the white man and the white woman in Ohio that were attacked last week, a couple weeks ago now, were they white and being attacked by blacks?
So we have two.
Were they white and being attacked by blacks?
Yeah, so we have two.
The woman
but
that
at the
was
same time,
the woman that was the nurse, I believe she was, that was killed in Chicago by a black. Was she white or was she black?
We have three.
So you playing a
Yeah,
game.
she can be white. Yeah,
So
it's three. So, like, at the same time, I don't understand, like,
she was not
why
killed, but she was punched by a black.
Right.
Is
so
that happening?
No, I mean, I'm not, listen, I get it. Like, those are, three people that
how
were
about the white
absolute-
student? She was a white student. How about that?
Yep.
So what are you talking about, Bella? What are you talking about?
So what I'm saying is, like, why is this your fight? Like, why are you about to, would they, like, honestly, when it comes down to it, do you think these white people that you're standing up against, would they really fight for you?
You said standing up against?
Do you really think these white people would really stand up for you? Like, would they really go to bat for you?
I never think
at
about
the end
it.
of
I
the
don't
day?
need anyone to stand up for me. I can
Right.
stand up for
So
myself.
why
are you
is
asking
this
me
your
that? What do
fight?
you mean if they go and would I stand up to them? What do you mean by that?
No, not you standing up for them. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, what do you mean if they were to turn on me? Would I?
No, I'm not saying would they turn on you. I'm just saying, like, these same people that you're going so hard for, would they do the same for you?
Did
you ever think about that? I don't know, because you're doing a lot for them.
Like what?
Okay, so you're just like, yeah, that one white girl, the one, like, why, like, why don't you just, like, why is this your fight?
It's not my fight.
You're so thirsty about it.
And what do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What? I'm just saying, like, you're just so gung ho about these people that if you really think about it, if it comes down to, like, Elon Musk or you're not going to Mars like you think you are.
I don't even know what you're
really
talking about.
What I'm saying is you are not on their side. I know you're trying to be, but you'll never be on that side.
On what
I'm
side?
Sorry. You know the side.
What side am I trying to be on? Which
side? White History Month. We'll never be on that side.
Which side am I trying to be on?
White History Month.
Which side am I trying to be on? I don't know
White
what you mean.
History Month.
What do you mean by
You'll never be
that?
on White History Month side.
What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying you'll never catch up to it. You'll
Catch
never
up to
be
what?
that. White History Month.
What do you mean catch up to it? It's already happening. What do you mean catch up to it?
You'll never be them. I'm sorry.
Be who?
White History Month.
I started White History Month. What do you mean?
Yeah, you did start it. Yeah. Again, but you're a caricature. You'll never be it, though.
Be what?
That's just, you'll never settle into it.
To what?
White History Month.
We've celebrated 8 years already.
Yeah. Congrats. Honestly, like, I don't mind it, by the way.
But what is it that you're talking about that you're not clear?
Okay, I'm not sure where you're not understanding.
Are you aware that blacks kill more than twice as many whites?
Give me the data.
As vice versa?
Yes, I'm not. Of course.
And what do you think about what do you think about that?
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. I just don't
so
think
why are you pretending that is only three?
For,
why are you pretending that is only the 3 people I pointed out, the whites that were
no,
killed by
I'm not
blacks?
pretending.
You are.
I think,
why are you pretending just 3? Oh, you named 1. Oh, 2. Why are you pretending just 1, 2, or 3?
No, you named them. I didn't name any.
But you said, oh yeah,
one.
it was just
And then,
1. But I don't know what you mean by taking side because of time. Bella from San Diego,
don't
California.
Because of timing.
What
Come
do you
on.
mean? What do you mean by I'm taking sides?
I don't think these same people that like you're fighting for would fight for you.
And why do I need anyone to fight for me?
Because you're the main one talking about like, yeah, white people need to stand up. They need to do this. They need to, speak up.
I'm just pointing out what's happening in my country.
Hey,
to white people.
Same.
But
like,
what
listen,
I don't know what you mean by stand up for me. That the whites wouldn't stand up for me. Stand up for me in what way?
Because when it comes down to it, Jesse, you are black. No matter what, when it comes down to it, maybe you'll catch them. That'll hold you down. But like, no matter what, you are black.
And what does that mean?
They will not stand up for you.
Stand up for me for what?
Sorry?
Stand up for me for what?
The way you're standing up for them?
I'm not standing up for anyone.
They're not going to stand up the same way. They're not going to be like, hey, okay, yeah.
How am I standing up for whites?
White History Month.
How am I standing up for whites?
White History Month.
I'm standing for my country.
Okay, so stand for your country. American History Month.
Do you love white people?
Then. Of course.
So are you for Black History Month?
I'm about all history months. I'm about White History Month too.
Are you for Black History Month?
All of them.
How about Black History?
Yes.
Are you for White History Month?
Yes, I said that.
Will black people, and whatever you mean about stand up for with you, I don't know what that means, but will the blacks stand up for you?
I don't know. That's the thing.
But you seem to think
that. But that's what I'm saying. Like
you're saying that white people won't stand up for me, whatever that means. How do you know they won't stand up for me?
Because you're on the front line, just throwing everything spaghetti at the wall. And listen, at the end of the day, you're going to be holding the bag.
Hold what bag?
With nothing in it.
What bag?
Nothing in it.
What bag would I be holding?
Hey, nothing in it. That's how it looks. There's nothing in it.
I don't know what that means. What should be in it?
Nothing. Because there's nothing to hold in it.
So what are you talking about there?
Oh, Jesse, bless your heart. But what I'm saying is,
do you
white
think black people love you?
Listen, what?
Do you think black people love you?
It's not about them loving me.
Do you think
I have black people that
love
me.
You?
Yeah, sure.
You think black people love you?
Yes,
You need to come out of your imagination. You're lost.
Yeah,
you're
you
asleep.
too. I think you too. Actually, perfect. That's a perfect segue.
Brother, bye. 888-7753-773. I told you. It doesn't matter if they're Christian. I don't know if Bella is Christian or not, but it doesn't matter. Not all, but most black people hate white folks. Unless your head is like really deep down in the sand somewhere Everybody know that Charlie Kirk was assassinated on yesterday while speaking at the university there at an event at the university in Utah. And it wasn't a shooting, it was an assassination by shooting. And I believe, I have no proof yet, but the person that did it had to be a perfect shooter. He had to, they said it was 200 yards away, I believe, from Charlie. He had to be very professional, like a real hitman. Because so far, according to the report, they have not caught the person yet. So that means that somebody may, and I don't know yet, may be helping him to hide and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. But it's a mess. It's evil. And when it happened, when I saw it, and online they show you exactly how the bullet hit the neck and blood just goosh, just everywhere. Charlie fall back and the blood just everywhere. We're not going to show you all the bloody stuff, but it's just everywhere. And seeing that is different than hearing about it, really. There's a different impact when you see it than when you hear it. It reminded me of the young lady from Ukraine that was, according to the report, was stabbed in the neck. And she didn't realize, it appears that she didn't realize at first she had been stabbed like that. And she held her neck there for a minute, and she tumbled over and died. Seeing that had a major impact. And it's evil. Both cases are evil, done by evil people. That's not love. And in my country today, anger, evil, resentment, evil is pushed and promoted as necessary, as good. They lie to you and tell you that Jesus was angry, and they lie to you and tell you that anger, they have righteous anger. And emotional anger is not righteous anger at all. But you believe a lie. I can't convince it. No one can convince you that you don't have righteous anger. You have evil anger, unless you want to see it and overcome it. So, and when I saw what happened to Charlie Kirk, it was sad. It really was. And I have met him over the years. I've talked to him over the years. I can't say that we were friends, but I do know him, and he seemed to be serious and legitimate in what the work that he was trying to do. I didn't realize how young he was. He was younger than Bond, my nonprofit organization, 35 years old. My organization, he was 31, I think, 33 or something. And I didn't know he was that young, and I didn't know he had a wife and kids. That's amazing. But may his soul rest in peace, and I wish his family well. 31 years old, had a son and a little girl. And he was assassinated, from what I know and heard, because of what he talked about and what he believed. And there doesn't seem to be any other reason, which is amazing to me. Really, it's touching that this happened to him. And it should not be happening, period, but it definitely should not be happening in America. We are a Christian nation. Where is the love? And the Democrats and the media and others, they've been pushing, since Donald Trump been in office, they've been pushing nothing but hate, anger, overreaction. And unfortunately, anger is being pushed as good now in America. Evil has played a trick on the mind of human beings like I've never seen before. At one point, we in America promoted love. Even when I was growing up in Alabama on a plantation, we were told to love one another, not hate one another. That there are good in some people, there are bad in some people, but we should not hate. And it didn't matter the color. That's gone now. Hate is promoted in the forefront of life. Isn't that amazing? Supporting evil. God said to love your neighbor as yourself, meaning don't hate. And when you don't hate, it doesn't mean that you're accepting evil. As a matter of fact, it's a perfect way of dealing with it by not hating. You see it, you understand it, you know why it's happening, but you don't hate because you will become like what you hate. Ain't no way around it. Whatever makes you angry and you react to it, it controls you from within and it's in you. So I want to say to the people, I know a lot of you are angry and about what happened to the young lady in Charlotte, North Carolina, and now to Charlie Kirk. You want to be angry. I want to warn you. Do what you want. Don't be angry. Don't let other angry, evil people tell you that this is a time to be angry. It is not. This is injustice. It is evil. It's bad what happened to him, but you can't get angry. You deal with it without anger. Deal with it without the anger. President Trump had a perfect response, pointed out what's happening. The media and the radical left been pushing this kind of anger stuff. And young people, because they don't have, not all but most, don't have a sense of self-control, they think that anger, when they hear it in the media, they hear it on college campuses, they think that anger is fine, and they're going to react to it and overreact. So I want to warn you, do what you want, but see it as injustice, and it is. It's evil, and it is, but you stay away from the anger. Do not get angry because you will suffer if you get angry. It's going to hurt you because the anger will be inside of you, and anger is evil, and it's going to destroy you and make you do things that you'll regret later. So I want to encourage you, as bad as it is, and it is evil, do not get angry. See it for what it is, evil, but don't get angry. And then your soul will be at rest, at peace. But if you get angry, it's going to disrupt you, because anger is within and is without, but inside of others. It's in human being, in human nature. And lately I've been saying a lot, encouraging you to drop the anger. Christ said an angry person is a murderer. And he didn't just mean physically, but he meant of the heart, of the spirit. And you cannot trust an angry person. So I know how you feel. And don't go for revenge on this. Because if you try to get revenge on him or whomever did this, it doesn't mean you accepted it. The person should be caught and punished for what they've done. But don't you go for revenge, because it'll come back on you. What you're doing to others, you're doing it to yourself. It come back on you. You affect yourself when you do it. Revenge only belongs to God. So I would suggest you not do that. Do what you want, but because I can't make you not do it. But I'm telling you, I'm encouraging you not to go for revenge. You will regret it because you're doing it to yourself and don't realize it. It feels like you're doing it to someone else, and in your mind you are doing it to them, but you're really doing it to you. What you put out come back on you. So may Charlie soul rest in peace. I was reflecting this morning, and I realized that until you and me and everybody can all day long, or at least start practicing being aware of what you're thinking and reacting to within, God can't help you. Until you could be present with that, to watch your thoughts and your reactions from within, then God's not with you. You are with you. You are Satan. But when you can get to the point, and if you stay with it, you will, where you can totally be aware of what's going through you, what you're thinking and what's going through you, and don't react to it at all, you're relying on the strength of God. You're saying to God, I need your strength. I am relying on you. But as long as you're reacting to what you're thinking and feeling, you're relying on you and not God. You can say, I'm relying on you, God, but you're reacting to thoughts and feelings, he can't help you because you're relying on you. And those thoughts are driving you insane, and you're in hell when you get angry and you overreact, or you're revengeful and you act on that when you call it you. You're not relying on the strength of God. You're not relying on Him at all. Zero. That's why your whole life is nothing but misery. When you go off on people and think that you're doing something, you're protecting yourself, you're speaking up. You're doomed because you're relying on you, a false self. But when you can see that thought and emotion of wanting to get revenge or jealousy or strife or worry, fear, when you can see it and be aware of the feelings, reactions within, you're telling God, I need your strength, God, without words. And until that happens, you're doomed. Your whole life is falling into doom, falling into hell. Your whole life. Every time you react, either within your own mind or you react towards someone else, you get angry or you overreact or whatever, you're doomed. When you can stand apart and watch the not you, and don't call it you, but be aware of it. You're relying and do nothing about it. Don't call it you, but be aware. Don't run away from it. You are then relying on the strength of God. Saying you rely on the strength of God is not relying on the strength of God. Doing nothing about what you see inside of you and that you feel and whatever the emotion may be, then you're relying on God. When you do nothing about it, don't call it you, don't judge yourself in imagination or anything. When you do nothing about it, you're literally saying to the Father, I'm relying on your strength. And He will, quote unquote, the truth will set you free from the fake, not you. It really will. But you got to surrender in that way. When you stop taking the person, let's say somebody get all nasty with you. They go off. And when you can just see what they're doing and no response at all, zero reaction, not in thought or emotions or words, you're relying on the strength of the Father, and the Father will destroy the darkness, the false self, the not you. You got to surrender like that. But you got to be aware. It's kind of like, you know how you can be aware of your body moving around sometimes, just your body, you move your hand to comb your hair or whatever. You're just aware of it without trying. It's like a subtle aware that you're moving without thinking about you moving your physical body. Same way with the spirit. You got to be aware of just a quiet awareness of what you're thinking and what's going on in your mind and body. And you got to practice. I told y'all this year is about staying present. And when you're present, and present means to be aware, even as I'm speaking now, be aware of what is going through you, what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Come into my present, He says. Don't forget to remember to be present. The greatest sin is when you forget to be present. Without trying, it's like a subtlety. You know, like you aware, but you're not like all into it, but you are aware of what's going through you. I know people who, they're so emotional, and the moment you say something to them, they just go off. They all immediately, their ego feel attacked, and they think they're being attacked, and they react, and they don't see what they're doing. And when you can see that, what's going through you, you can understand that, and you know they're not attacking you, they're attacking themselves. They're staying alive with evil, and they're protecting evil. And they think, oh, I'm defending myself. I'm speaking up. I'm defending myself. No, you're not. You're killing yourself. You're destroying yourself your whole life. So, when you can remember to be aware of what's going through you, your mind and your emotions, those emotions, and don't call them you, do nothing about them, don't blame someone else for it, just be aware of it. But you got to practice this during the day because you're so used to living in darkness of imagination. It's hard for you to keep up with what's going on inside because you're so used to being unconscious. But it will get easier and easier. You become more aware. That's what the easy is, not that you can make it easy. Of living from within, being aware, no matter what you're doing. But it's something you can hoop and holler and pray and carry on, sing, lift up all the hand, and defend your faith See how far that gets you. Or you can let go and be free. It's up to you. It's a spiritual battle. So, President Trump was on Fox and Friends this morning, on Fox News Channel there. And according to Fox and Friends, President Trump said on Fox and Friends that authorities have Charlie Kirk's assassin in custody, and that someone close to the suspect helped turn him in. Well, this is from Fox and Friends.
I don't want to go too far. I'd like to tell you some stories at how it happened, but essentially somebody that was very close to him turned him in. And that happens when you had some of those good shots. Somebody is going to say, whether it's a parent or whatever, I'd rather not say right now. They're going to announce it today, sometime later, probably talk about that. But somebody close to him turned him, they said, whoa. It's interesting where we had very good pictures, but not great, not perfect. And when you look at it, what happened is somebody, and this happens a lot. It happened with the crazy Boston bomber. It happened with others. Somebody that's close recognizes even a little tilt of the head, which nobody else would do. And somebody that was very close to him said, that's him. And essentially went to the father, went to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, by the way. And the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister. And brought him to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic. And the father convinced the son, this is it.
Amazing, huh? He said, I don't want to tell you too much about it, but he just said the father did it. And he said the father was a minister. What more do you want to tell us? What? A name? Amazing, huh? The father, according to Trump, the great white hope. What manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obeys him, turned him in. The father, according to Trump. New York Post says it's 22-year. New York Post says it's 22-year-old Tyler Robertson from Utah. According to a CNN report, Robertson confessed to his father that he shot Kirk during an event at the University of Utah the day before yesterday. And the father contacted authorities to turn him in. It was also reported that the father watched over his son until he was arrested. Amazing. 22 years old. So apparently, if it's true, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait to see what happened with the press conference, but they caught him, and they said they would. And I knew they would eventually because President Trump was behind making sure they do it. And they seem to be saying that the father is a church minister, all in the name. Amazing, huh? We'll see what happens as we move forward. If we get more breaking news on this during my show, the Jesse Peterson Show, we'll let you know. Amazing. Oh, hold on 1 minute. Nick, I think we have an image of the accused assassin, according to RNN intelligence. Derek just gave it to you. I want to flash it up there. That's the guy that they are saying that did it. 22 years old, according to the report. So this, according to RNN intelligence.
He was a little closer, Jesse.
Oh, good. Wow. You know the devil told him to go do that.
Yeah, that wasn't him, man. That was all the devil. Yeah.
I'm snooping. I'm nosy. Okay.
You look around in this room.
I am.
Wow. RNN Intel photo of Charlie Kirk's assassin, Tyler Robertson, in his dorm room in 2021. He can be seen wearing the same shoes and hat that he wore on the day of the shooting. Crazy. Yeah. Let me see it again, Nick. That's his room, Nick, in the dorm. Let me see that hat. Yeah. It definitely looked like the same hat. Amazing. So, according to RN Intel, it is also being reported that Robertson's father didn't even take the reward money that came with the provision of information to secure Robertson's arrest. And they had put up like $100,000, I believe. And they're saying, according to our intel, they didn't take the father didn't take the money. Amazing, huh? She's telling me, send it over here to barn. $100,000. Amazing. I want you to know that you're going to hear some blacks. Jesse, what's wrong with the whites? And why they always killing? Why the whites always killing? Nothing about the blacks killing each other and whites. Years now. The killing of white people is out of control by the black. More white people are killed by blacks than blacks by white people or their own folks. Isn't that amazing? But Jesse, why the white people are doing shoot-ups in schools and stuff when it's happening every day, all day with the blacks? And not all the blacks, not all, but most, many. And I know Josh said that there were, as far as you know, there were no blacks in Utah for the most part. Well, apparently the one black that they have in Utah, according to the report, seemed to be trying to steal some of the hats that Charlie was giving out at his event. It's been reported now, I don't know. But it looked like he was taking the hats off. He went over behind the little protective rail there and was taking those hats and throwing them out. One black in there with all those white folks, he got to be the one that looked like he's stealing. After Charlie Kirk was shot, a black man at Utah Village University stole hats from his vacant booth. This is from X. Watch this.
Yeah. Grab me out. Hey, yo, grab me out. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go, guys. I don't know. Let's go. I have no idea. Let's go. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Let's go.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? The one black that was there, he's the one that allegedly tried to steal the hats. Black people are a mess. They don't care. So-called Representative Ilhan Omar, whatever her name is, blamed Charlie Kirk's hateful rhetoric for his murder. Watch this from X.
This is the last question to you, Congresswoman. Dr. Monica Joy Cross says, how do we fix this? This is a persistent problem. Are there answers?
The answer is not to allow the hateful rhetoric to find the audience that it finds. I mean, one of Charlie's last tweets that I read was a video clip of him. I think in that clip he talked about you and said, Muslims are like bringing an ideology and teaming up with trans and like socialists.
When I become president, the first thing I'm going to do, and I have so many firsts, right, is ship Ilhan Omar back to wherever she came from. Think about this. This woman's supposed to be a refugee over the country where she can hardly breathe, meaning that she had no freedom. Our country said, come on over here and be free. And not only did they let this heifer, what a heifer, in our country, they allowed this person to be in government in the United States of America, and she hates the country. She doesn't even appreciate being in this country. She's not like the anchor baby. The anchor baby worked tirelessly giving back to America. He spent his whole lifetime giving back to the country. This so-called refugee, she black. Well, she look black. Hate America. How in the world did she end up in our government? I'm just blown away by that. And they have another one, Talib Rashid, wherever her name is. Hate America in our country, and she support our enemies. My country gone crazy. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Tony out of California. Tony, you are on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
All right, you okay this morning, Jesse? I mean, I was just calling to check on your well-being because all this white-on-white crime is getting completely out of hand, out of control. And, I mean, I just want my country back so we can get along here and be, one big family. Can we do that, Jesse?
See, folks, I told you there's going to be some black people saying it. Tony can care 2 cents from California about black-on-black violence every day for years now. It's been happening. He doesn't care about the black on white violence every day now, and less about that. But when a white person is accused of doing something, that's when he become alive. And he's like real concerned about that. But the genocide upon white people by the black, Tony never called about it. Jesse, why the black people committed genocide to the white? Why is that happening in Africa and here now? He doesn't care. I told you there were black people like that. Tony is an example of it. He is.
Come on.
He is an example of that. Am I wrong about that,
Can
Tony?
we talk, Jesse?
Am I wrong
Can
about
we
that?
talk, Jesse?
Am I
yes,
wrong?
You are wrong,
No. Am I?
Yes.
And
yes.
how am I wrong?
Yes, you are.
When the last time you called me and asked me why the blacks are committing genocides among whites?
When and where all that happening there, Jesse?
When the last time you showed any concern of what the blacks are doing to the whites? When the last time you called the show with concern about that?
Because it's not out of control, Jesse, like it is white on white.
When the last time you showed any concern about blacks attacking the whites? When the last time you called the show about that?
I haven't, Jesse.
And when the last time
but I am
showed,
calling.
when
But
the
I am
last
calling
time you
about
showed,
what's going on with.
When the last time you showed any love and appreciation for being black and whites allow you to live in their country?
Allowing me?
Yeah.
Wow, really, Jesse? Allowing me? Really?
When have you showed? When have you shown any? When have you shown any appreciation for that?
I shouldn't have to because I'm paying taxes. I'm supporting myself. I've got my own businesses.
When have you shown any appreciation for white people allowing you to live in their country? Because you can't do that anywhere else in the world.
Yes, you can.
When the last time that, if you're doing that, I don't even know if you're doing that, to be honest. But when the last time you showed appreciation to the whites for allowing you to live in their country and have a job, period?
When have the whites show any appreciation?
When, you didn't answer that question yet, Tony.
Because you know one thing, Jesse? Why are you flipping this? I call you to ask you.
No, I asked you when the last time you showed any appreciation.
You want to talk about something totally different. I don't have to, Jesse.
And why not?
Because I'm a free person.
How are you free? You're not free.
I am free.
No, you're not.
I'm calling you, Anna.
When the last time you showed appreciation? Tony, I'm going to ask you one more time. Tony.
Come on now, let's talk. Let's talk.
When the last time you showed appreciation to white Americans for being able to live in their country and make a phone call?
Because you know one thing? I don't have to, Jesse, once again.
And why not?
I don't have to.
Why not?
Because I don't have to show appreciation to no white person for letting me to live my life. Okay,
and why not, though? You didn't tell me why not.
Why? They're not God. They're not God. They didn't bring me into this world.
What other country can you live in and have the freedom to make a phone call?
In a country that's existing.
What? Like what? Like what?
Africa, Europe.
You can't make no phone call in Africa, China. Man.
Yes, come on, Jesse. Come on. Now.
There are black Americans who are moved. There are black folks. There are black folks who are. There are black folks who are moved to. Hey,
you tripping, Jesse?
Tony.
Tripping. I know you're upset. I know you're upset, Jesse.
Tony.
A white supremacist.
Bye, Tony. One other quick thing. Did you hear that this a black man, according to ABC News, a police say a man murdered and then set fire to an elderly couple after they let him into their home to charge his phone. You hear about that?
I think I did hear about that. Somebody tagged you on X.
Oh.
Yeah.
My producer gave it to me this morning. Watch this from ABC News.
Tonight, an urgent search in New York City for this man who police say randomly murdered and set fire to an elderly couple who let him into their Queens home to charge his cell phone.
The nicest neighbors you could ever ask for.
Surveillance video showing the suspect in the neighborhood Monday after going door to door, police say, asking to charge his phone.
Very chilling. It's scary. Some random guy walking down the street setting fire to older people. Anybody for that matter.
Once inside, police say the suspect terrorized the couple for 5 hours, stabbing 76-year-old Frank Olton, tying him to a pole in the basement with a bungee cord and setting him on fire. The body of Olton's 77-year-old wife, Maureen, found severely burned in a separate part of the house. Investigators combing the charred home for clues, blackened chairs and debris littering the lawn. And tonight, police say the suspect is Jamel McGriff, an armed and dangerous career criminal out on parole for robbery. And back here in New York, David, the man suspected of killing the elderly couple is also wanted for multiple violent robberies. Police say he has a criminal record that stretches back 30 years.
So my first question is, what's wrong with white people that they would let some black random person walking up down the street saying, I want to come in your home and charge my phone? What's wrong with them that they would do that?
And they were in their like mid to late 70s, I think, if I remember hearing what I read and overheard there. That is foolhardy, nice, and neighborly.
That's not neighborly at all.
Yeah. Well, I could just call it neighborly, but I agree with you. It's foolish.
A stranger, I want to come in your house and charge my cell phone.
It seems young enough to know better, even though it's late 70s.
If you were 190, you would know better to do that.
Nowadays, if you have your mind still.
Especially if you're white, with the genocide upon white people today.
This is not the first time guys like that have exploited the trustingness nature of older white people.
What's wrong with the white people, though?
It's crazy.
I wouldn't let anybody in my home just
no way
go down to the supermarket or the airport and charge your phone. According to ABC 7, he was taken into custody in Midtown Manhattan on Wednesday. My producers gave me that. Isn't it like crazy? I don't know which is worse. The fact that they let him in to charge a cell phone or that he killed him, allegedly. I don't know which is worse. And then last but not least, an elderly woman shot her neighbor in the face over a pet. Who let the dogs out? ABC News, New York, is reporting a 76-year-old woman on Long Island faces charges after she was accused of shooting her neighbor in the face with a flare gun as he walked his dog. The incident was captured on a doorbell camera. Watch this from NBC News, New York.
Now to a shocking attack on Long Island. A 76-year-old woman hauled into court today accused of shooting her neighbor in the face with a flare gun.
It happened in a gated community in West Babylon for people ages 55 and older. And the attack was caught on this Ring camera video. Investigators say the victim was walking his dog when a woman opens her door and shoots him at point blank range.
Didn't think I'd do it, huh? Did you? Do what?
76-year-old Kathleen Schumann pulled the trigger, hitting Catrone, the flare ricocheting off his face into the parking lot of their apartment complex.
What is wrong with you?
Kathleen showed no emotion. She claimed I was the devil. She claimed I tried to murder her. And she said, I'm sorry I missed. I'm sorry I missed.
Police arrested and charged Schumann with assault. Catrone's blood was still on the walkway in front of their apartments. The two had been arguing over their pets, her house cat and his dog.
And then he started harassing her because he said her cat was always upsetting his dog, and she would sit outside with it.
I just asked her, can you keep the cat inside? And that started the situation.
In court, Schumann pleaded not guilty. The judge ordered her to stay away from Catrone.
Then they lock her up. The court ordered
Apparently
her to
not.
stay away. She pleaded not guilty, according to the report.
Women get preferential treatment.
What? She was taken there, but she was released.
Yeah.
According to my producer. What a mess! Grandpa, tell me, they fight over animals.
So it was a pet. It was a flare gun.
Yeah.
That's why he was able to run after her and take her down right after getting shot.
At least he didn't go, oh, I can't fight a woman.
Yeah. I think that's...
I'm going to let her flare gun me. I can't fight because she's a woman. He took her down. You going down.
Disturbing stories.
Grandpa tell me about the good old days.
She looked mean.
It's a mess, huh?
Very messy.
One last quick one. And then I'm going to get to the callers. and Super Chat. I want to know from you, hey, was this driver wrong? All over animals. People fighting over animals like, what's going on? They don't even understand. They don't even know you're fighting. But you love the animals. I asked someone the other day, a good friend, why do you, he and his wife had dogs, right? Little dogs in their home. I was like, why do you have dogs in your home? God, I love them, and they love me. I was like, no, they don't. Here's another fight over a dog, allegedly. WHAS 11 is reporting a man is taking legal action against rideshare service Uber after a Russian national who authorities says is living in the U.S. illegally refused to allow a service dog in the car and assaulted him. Watch this.
This morning, the rideshare rumble sparking urgent questions about safety. Watch as this Uber driver gets out of his car and knocks a passenger to the ground while holding his service animal.
It happened so suddenly, but the attack is so vicious, so inhumane.
It was supposed to be a routine night for Brian Cobell, a biotech CEO from South Carolina. He and a friend and his licensed service dog Piper ordered an Uber just after dinner in downtown Charleston.
The gentleman said, no pets. I said, she's not a pet, she's a service animal, just to clarify. He said, no pets. I said, look, she's a service animal, so it doesn't really fall under that again.
According to his complaint, Cobell says the driver, 42-year-old Vadim Ulumdashiev, a Russian national authorities say is living in the U.S. illegally, refused to allow a service animal in his car. Ulumdashiev eventually arrested and charged with second-degree assault and battery, and is now in federal custody at an ICE detention facility as immigration authorities begin deportation proceedings. Cobell is now suing Uber for negligence, claiming the company put profits ahead of passenger safety by hiring Ulumdashiev with an alleged fake driver's license, questioning the rideshare giant's vetting system.
First of all, what do you think about that?
So they that news report didn't say illegally very clearly. It sounded like he was living in the United States legally, but he's illegally
Well,
in the
according to
United States.
WHAS 11, it was a Russian national who authorities says is living in the U.S. illegally.
Yeah, and he looked somewhat Asiatic as well, I might add. A lot of those Russians are. But that's insane. That's too nasty. I can definitely sympathize with not wanting an animal, pet or service animal in your car.
You ain't getting in my car with no
I can
service
appreciate
animal or blind animal.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I can sympathize with the people who don't want that, and fine, right. Just refuse it. But there's no need to hit, I don't think. I don't get what.
So, Nick, what is a service animal?
Alpha, Derek. Pets are fun. He's called me Beta, I think.
Basically,
Derek is saying you can't get knocked out in front of your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Beta. Well, you
Knocked
know
him out
he
cold.
a Beta. You know he a Beta. He got a service animal. What a man do with a service animal?
You know what? The guy stepped to him and kind of headbutt him sort of softly, and then followed up with a hard knockout punch.
And
But
baby,
when somebody steps to you, you shouldn't let that
Anchor
happen.
baby, what is a service animal and what is a man doing with one?
They're supposed to be they're supposed to be animals trained for to help
If you're
people with
blind.
disabilities, supposedly, right? But they've made that's changed a lot. You know, it used to be only like seeing eye dogs. That was a service dog. But now there's a whole bunch of things that they could be service animals for, something as small as anxiety. I know this because I know people with service animals.
That man walking around with a little poodle in his hand talking about this a service dog. Like a female.
It wasn't a poodle, but a small dog.
It looked like a little poodle.
Small to medium size.
Why would a man need a service dog? That doesn't even make sense. Really, it just doesn't make sense to me. No wonder that man was able to knock him out. He a Beta. Only Beta men have dogs.
And then these Russians are just viciously, physically alpha, if not spiritually.
Amazing.
They'll knock you out.
Allegedly he knocked him out. I gotta say that, they say.
They fight bears.
Derek, my producers tell me that's how he coped with stress of running a business.
Oh, so he's a businessman and he needs his dog to cope with the stress?
And then he's sitting
But are you making that up, Derek, or is that in the report? I'm curious.
Allegedly.
Making it up. Okay.
Well, don't be giving us some made up stuff. What the? Alleged is made up. It wasn't true. He doesn't know that.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense that a man carry a dog around saying, "This is my service dog." Grandpa tell me about the good old days. Let me go to the first time caller out of Georgia. Is it our man?
Yeah.
Our man, you are on the air. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Mr. Jesse, how are you?
All is well.
I just wanted to call. It's my first time calling. I got introduced to you this year, and I started listening to you a lot. And, man, I just really want to thank you for what you do and the message you try to spread. I think it's a really good message.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So have you started working on yourself now?
I have, actually, a lot.
Did you go and forgive your mother?
25. Yes, I did, actually. Yes.
How old are you?
25.
Oh, okay. And what happened when you went to your mother and forgave her?
Well, she doesn't live a lifestyle that I particularly agree with, but I know that I can't help that myself.
Right.
So like you've been preaching and saying that, you have to forgive your mother in order for stuff to be right, in your life. So
yes.
I totally resonate with that when you talk about that. It really hits home with me.
And how did she respond to your forgiving her? Man, hold on. Hold on for me. Let me take a quick break. Hold on. Let me go quickly back to Georgia and talk to first-time caller, man. Okay, man. Thank you for holding. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I just, like I said to begin with, I was calling you, and I want to say rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. His word meant a lot. Yeah. And you talk a lot about evil in this world. There's a lot of evil. And you stress to not hate, And it's very, very difficult not to hate the evil in this world. How do you cope with it yourself?
Why is it, and I will respond to that, but why is it difficult not to hate evil?
Well, it's difficult because I feel like if you know something's wrong, you automatically stand against it. So if I see something that's not right, everything in my body and my whole mind and everything is telling me, that's not right. You shouldn't like that. You should despise that or, quote unquote, hate it,
But God tell you not to hate it. Why do you hate it? He tell you not to.
Right. That's very true.
So why do you disobey God?
That's a very good question, and I feel like I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
And the way that you asked me how do I avoid it, first of all, when I forgave my mother and my father, especially my mother, God forgave me, and for judging her for being mad, right, for being angry, and He took the spirit of anger away from me, and so it's no longer in my mind or in my body. And so if it's not in you, there is no situation that can ever happen to you on earth where you can get angry if it's not in you. And when you forgive, you really realize you're wrong for being angry, for hating, for being resentful. He will remove the spirit because they are spirits. Evil are spirits, and they made a home in the mind. And they control you emotionally and everything. They make you feel good, make you feel bad, make you feel fear, loneliness, and all that. He will take that away from you, And then when He take that away from you, you cannot judge and you will not judge your fellow man because you realize that they, men or women, meaning men or women, they are possessed with evil spirits and they cannot help themselves. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no action to take unless you're a lawmaker or something. You need to put them in jail, but you can't take any action. You can't do anything about what happened to Charlie Kirk. There's nothing you can do. And so when you get mad, you're judging that person that did it because you don't see what's driving you. And by not seeing that, you don't understand what's driving the person to make them do that. It is not them, but it's the spirit in them that made them do it.
And what about the people that, and I see a lot of people, especially on my social media, they they don't side with Charlie. I understand your political views might not align with his, but that's no reason for somebody for their life to be taken. And I see a lot on my social media of people just downing him, saying that they won't support him and his message, that he deserved to die. And I just feel like that's, like you said, a lot of hate in the world. Where does that come from for these people? You know,
In the same place that your hate come from for hating them. They have the same spirit you have. You're judging them, and they're judging you, and both you have two devils judging one another because you can't see. The same way you feel about them, and the same spirit that's causing you to feel that way, it's the same spirit that causes them to think the way they think and feel. It's the same thing.
Right.
And
So
both,
everything
and
can
both
be
devils
forgave.
feel justified for judging.
Right. Right.
Don't you feel justified for being angry at them for not liking Charlie?
I do feel justified. But
Yeah, but
at
that's
the
the
same time,
spirit.
Right. So just let go of the hate.
Yes.
You know, I shouldn't even condemn them for what they say about him. I should just read it as it is. Right.
Absolutely. If you were working on yourself and you would see what's driving you to make you feel that way about them, you will understand that it's not you. And likewise, you will understand that the way they feel is not them. They are asleep, they are blind, they are asleep, and they can't see. Just as you can't see when you're judging them. It's the same thing. There's no difference.
Right.
And this is why you're not supposed to be for or against other people's opinions at all. You neither agree with it or disagree with it. You just see it for what it is, and you'll be fine.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And that's the Father's way. The Father does not judge. God does not judge. And likewise, his children will stop judging when they come back home to the Father. But you're never going to find your way home to the Father until you stop reacting to thought. See those thoughts inside of you and feeling, but don't react at all. And the moment you stop reacting, you're on your way back home to the Father. He's bringing you home.
Wow. That's so insightful, Mr. Jesse. So insightful.
And it makes sense, right?
It does. It makes a very lot of sense.
And the reason that it's making sense, the Father is allowing you to see it right now, not me. I'm just pointing you back to the light that's already in you. And then you see it because the Father knows you want the light. So he giving you the light and drawing you back home. That's why it makes sense to you. To another person that's not working on themselves, this doesn't make any sense to them at all.
All right. That's correct.
Amazing.
That's amazing. It's amazing. You really do. You hold the youth in your hands, Mr. Jesse, and the way that you speak about some things and how you deal with life, I really look up to it, and I just want to thank you for being that voice for us as a younger audience. I really, really feel like your platform was put into my life at a very hard time in my life when I was struggling with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And especially with my parents and really my mom. And when I first heard you say it in one of your podcasts, you said, you know, it all starts with forgiving your mother. It just clicked in really many ways. And at first I didn't want to accept it, but the more that you say and the more that I listen to you about it, it just makes sense, you know, where the hate is coming from. And it's amazing. It's like my eyes got clear listening to you, you know.
And that's what the light does. The light wipe away the darkness so that you can see. And if you stay with the light, practice staying present. That's where the light, that's where God is. And he will give you a clearer mind. Everything, you will live life with a clear mind. And that's amazing, to live life with a clear mind.
You're awesome, man. I really cannot thank you enough for what you're doing for the youth. It's amazing, you know.
When you stay with it, do the silent prayer, and practice staying out of the darkness of thoughts. All thoughts are lies. Stay out of your thoughts. Stay present. and it will happen for you. He is doing it for you. You'll be fine.
I have one question for you, Mr. Jesse.
Yes.
What is your favorite Bible verse? Do you have one that resonates with you the most? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be your favorite, but something that really strikes home with you.
The one that comes to mind right now is when God said, "Go and forgive, and I will forgive you." And the reason that comes to mind right now is because that's what made me free. Because I didn't really understand. I had heard that all my life, but I didn't really know that if I can admit that I'm wrong for being angry, being resentful, and go and forgive my mother, because I didn't know I resented my mother, to be honest. I thought the emotion I felt was love, but it was hate. And when I forgave her, he forgave me, and everything has changed since then. It just changed. It started to change.
You're an awesome
forgive
person,
so
man.
that you could be forgiven.
Yes, sir. I certainly will. And I'm going to do everything in my power to do that in my life while I'm here and I have the chance to do so.
That's right. Just practice staying present, man. It'll work for you. You have no other choice but to be free. I wish you well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jesse. You are a blessing to this world, and God protect you through your battles and your troubles.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Amazing.
Thank you.
All right.
Amazing.
Amazing. Super chat.